Mental Health Mondays ignite the spark. Hope guides each step, even in the dark. New week, new dreams to see. Hope's the key to what's meant to be.
Hey everybody, this is Sharing a Light with Chris. I think we got a little mixed up, but it's all good.
Yeah,
Um,
Chris, I apologize for that. I don't even mean to step in, and that was that's my fault. I'm the engineer. I'm also the producer, so it actually is my fault, and I take full responsibility for that. So we're gonna do.
Each of us carries a unique light, an inner spark made of our experiences, wisdom, kindness, and creativity. It's not always loud or dazzling, but it's powerful. Sharing your light means showing up authentically, offering compassion when it's needed most, and using your gifts to uplift others. It's about choosing courage over comfort, generosity over silence, and hope over cynicism.
hey everybody again, it's Chris. So I haven't been here in a little bit, so that's probably why we got our wires crossed a little bit, but it's all good. We're here again with Sharing Your Light. We just want to be able to ignite that passion inside, see what ignites that passion, and talk about it, talk about how we can use that to help our community. As always, I try to start with a verse. So today it's going to be James 1 and 3, saying, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. So we're going to talk a little bit about perseverance today. We have our guest, another wonderful friend of mine. We had her twin on the last show, so if you didn't see that, I think she's at the door right now. Let's bring her in. Yeah, here we go.
Hello, Christopher.
Hey Jay, how's it going?
We here. It's good. I'm happy to be here. I'm honored.
Thank you for being on. I really appreciate it.
Anything for you, literally.
I know it's pretty hectic, running around the city. Halloween is starting, so people acting spooky, people doing a lot of stuff. But today's about you, right?
I don't like the sound of that. Okay, I'm ready.
But it's all good, So we're just gonna tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, what you do, and we'll kind of take it,
All right. Well, I'm Jade, born and raised in North Philly. I'm a lot of things. I'm the oldest of 5. I'm an accountant. I'm in the Air Force. I'm a twin. I have ADHD. I don't know. I'm about to just start, brain jumping. I just graduated from Westchester University with my bachelor's in accounting. I also have an associate's from the Community College of Philadelphia. That helped me transfer to Westchester. I enlisted in the military because it gave me the opportunity to complete my schooling, which will help me get my CPA license, which will progress. Yes.
Okay, that's good enough. That's good enough. Cool. So talking about being an auditor and an accountant. So is that something you've always wanted to do? You're here now, it's been a little journey, huh?
It has been a decade. It's been a long journey here. I'll say in 10th grade, I was able to do an ACAP program, which is Accounting Career Awareness Program. It was a week-long program at Temple. It was hosted by NABA, which is the National Association of Black Accountants. That was a week full of us in suits, mock interviews, mind you, all Black people, by the way. So It's like, it was literally me getting my first insight into like a career that would be what I thought would be centered around math. Math is the only thing that makes sense to me. There's a right answer. That's it. I'm just good at it. So I chose accounting. I was pushed to do that by my math teacher. So from then on, I knew like going into college, I knew I had to go to college. I knew I had to get a scholarship or there would be no college. Listen. And so now we're college educated, right? But I knew that accounting, I felt that it would be the right path for me. That is the only thing that's been constant since 2015 when I graduated high school. So right out of high school, I went to USC on a full ride scholarship studying accounting. That was my major. It was declared.
Yeah.
My first semester, it was calculus, which was jarring for me because my senior year, I was also at CCP as a dual enrollment student. So the people in my high school were taking pre-calc and maybe calculus. I was taking college level algebra and I don't know, whatever they thought was appropriate for a senior in high school to do.
Yeah, at the time.
So the first semester at USC, calculus. I took calculus 3 times. I'm not ashamed to admit it. By the third time, I got an A because
Yeah.
it's just muscle memory at that
I
point.
mean, I had to take pre-calc first when I got to college, and then I had to take calc, and I definitely took calc over. It was calc honors at my high school.
Oh,
I feel like it definitely prepared me enough. So, there's nothing wrong with, starting over and getting a better understanding of the material. Right. We want to be able to have that knowledge moving forward and not just a quick plug and play. But
I will say calculus is not used in my career field at all. So
yeah, it's like they say, you need to know the diameter and whatnot of a bunch of things.
You're trying to trigger me now. Listen, I know how to get the limit. The limit goes to infinity. I know how. You want the derivative? Because I could break that down for you. Not right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe another show.
But I don't. Should I keep going on like my road here?
Yeah. So you made it to USC
on a full ride. Don't forget that part. That's the most crucial part. Period. Academics.
Mm-hmm.
The only stipulation for that was that I had to keep my GPA above a 2.5.
Okay.
By my third year there, my GPA was so low, they started taking my scholarships away. It may have been because I was spread thin. Like I was an administrative assistant in the Leventhal School of Accounting. I did that when I wasn't in class. I pledged Alpha Phi Omega. That's a community service fraternity.
Okay.
I joined the Trojan Marching Band. I was in the color guard. I got the experiences that I wanted out of college, but the purpose for me being out there was graduating, and I wound up taking a leave of absence. I had to come home. Part of that was because my senior year was hectic. It was a lot. Chris, you know that. Yeah. This is not the platform for that, but just know, like, I thought going to California, leaving everything I knew and loved, and going 3,000 miles away was the right decision for me.
I can echo that a little bit because my mom, she went to Stanford, and she was telling me, "Oh yeah, I was gonna go out there, do my thing, be out there," and it was hard. It was very hard. She also had to come back home for a little while.
And even harder to admit.
Exactly, especially when you kind of build yourself up to be this independent person, being able to take on the world.
Yeah.
And sometimes you don't want people to limit you,
At all.
So I understand, and you're very a voracious young woman, and you're putting that work in. But I know it was hard. I know just talking to you during that time, and it seemed like you were taking on a bit too much. As someone who takes on a lot, so like I know it.
Oh, you don't say.
I know how I get down, but it was just a lot. But how did you kind of deal with that at the time? You had to take that step back, but like, what were those feelings in that sense?
Those feelings were depression, anxiety, failure. Like I said, I'm the oldest of 5 siblings. I do have a twin, but I was born first, and that matters. So I'm the oldest, right? I feel like one of my purposes is to set a goal for my siblings. I feel like one of my purpose is to set an example for my siblings, right?
Yeah.
So going out there and getting a scholarship was so big. Everybody was proud of me. I was in the newspaper signing day, Mass Street Charter. Look at her getting a scholarship, full ride. Mm-hmm. And that's why it was so hard for me to admit that I was drowning. So coming home, it was humbling, and it wasn't the last time I was going to be humble. It was humbling, but it was also like I had to get comfortable with asking for help. I could have made it at USC had I just been comfortable asking for help, but I felt like the dumb girl from Philly. That's not me, but that's how it felt out there compared to everybody else that, in study groups, they know everything that's going on. They had their community. It was very hard for me to find my community out there. So coming home, it was like, okay, Jade, you need to go to therapy, number one. You need to get back on track. You need to reevaluate everything. You need to ask for help. So
right.
I feel like that was in 2018. I came home. So it was really, I feel like right now it's hard for me to explain because it was just depression. Like I was literally just suffering with depression, trying to prove to myself that I was worth something. Um,
Exactly. Putting that brave face on. It's okay,
yeah, I did it, and I graduated from CCP 2 years later. So, yeah,
You
we
changed
made
your
it.
trajectory, you pivoted,
Right,
because when you
adapting.
try to ask for help, it's not a this is it type of thing. It's a
Hmm.
now I can get I can get a break. I can take a breath and get that pull up that you need to move forward,
Right.
And you continued on clearly because you
I
didn't
mean,
drop out of CCP and then USC and then just be
right.
like, that's
If
it.
I knew I was going to be an accountant, so I went to CCP, did the business administration, figured out what schools I could transfer to and study accounting, and I made it. It was a long, long, long process, but everything happens for a reason, and all this was already written. So
Exactly.
I can't be mad at it. I could be sad, but I'm happy I made it here.
So during the transition to CCP and graduating from there, what kind of push or where were you going in the next step? What were your thought process?
I was thinking I needed to hurry up and finish at CCP, and then I was trying to figure out what school would be the best fit for me.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't mention this earlier, but I did take a semester. I did transfer to Cabrini University first.
Okay.
I used to catch the regional rail. Mind you, it lasted for about 2 months before I realized I was still depressed and I wasn't prepared to catch the train for an hour,
Right.
go up for one 8 a.m. class, catch the train for another hour, go home, try to focus online. I hated online classes, by the way. COVID was the death of me. But yeah, it was literally just figuring out my options, knowing I had options. I went to Cabrini. That wasn't the right thing for me. COVID hit, right? So then it's like CCP was done. Wait, CCP was done. I transferred to Cabrini. I feel like that was in the midst of COVID. Yes, because I was also a teacher's assistant and all the kids had their plastic dividers. Okay, we're on track.
Right.
So then I feel like it got to a point where after I left Cabrini, I was still like, okay, you have to do something. But the scholarship that I got, that it was a transfer scholarship. It's between CCP and like all the Pesci schools. So Cabrini was one. I messed up that scholarship, and I actually had to end up paying the money in the end because I didn't do what I was supposed to do, as you know. So then it came time to enlist in the military, and the only reason I enlisted in the military is because my twin sister had graduated and she had like one final paper to do. And I was like, all right, Joe, you want to do this? You finish this paper, I'm going to go with you. I'm going to be your moral support. I have nothing going on at this point. I didn't know that I was going to be at Westchester. I was just hoping that I would find a job that would help me go back to school, or I didn't know. I wound up enlisting in the military, in the Guard, though. We went to an active duty recruiter. She starts talking about, oh, yeah, we'll pay for school and there's tuition assistance. And I was like, oh, this is it. Like, this is what I needed to connect back to where I was supposed to be at. So I went to the Guard. I met with a recruiter, signed my name on that dotted line, baby. I will be free November 21st, 2027. Know that. But the opportunity is there. They pay for my school tuition assistance. Huh?
Quick pause. Why do you speak like you were in a rush? What was the rush, you believe?
The rush was to finish school, baby. I graduated. The rush was to finish. My sister graduated in the time frame we were supposed to in that 4.5 years.
Yeah.
A year after that was only graduating community college in Philadelphia. So to me, I have a problem with comparisons, right? I feel like I should be there and I should have that and I should be blah, blah, blah. But another thing I learned was like, everybody's on their own path. And I could say that and still in the back of my mind be like, you're behind. So yeah, it was a rush. It was.
You're not the only one, because even now with everything that you have going on, we have going on, it still feels like it's not enough. But then I'm told that you have to continue to take stock. This is what my therapist said. You gotta celebrate your accomplishments. Something that I feel like, I don't know about you, but I definitely don't do. I feel like, I do something and everyone's like, oh yeah, good job, good job. And it's like, okay, well, that was just what I was supposed to do. What's next?
What you mean what you're supposed to do? You go above and beyond for yourself, your family, your friends. I know it because I'm on the receiving end. Now we're going to talk about you. Okay?
See, this is what I'm talking about. I feel like I'm just here to, this is what I do.
You think that's your purpose?
I think that's my purpose. And speaking of purpose, it's how do you specifically find your purpose in a world that pushes you to kind of be real capitalistic or get the next dollar? You're trying to finish school, but you're finishing school in a hurry for what?
Salary.
And yeah, these things. So how do you think that kind of comes into play? Being supposed to be.
Okay. I thought my purpose was to set an example. What I'm passionate about is prison reform, better education, gun reform, therapy. Like, these are things I'm passionate about. But I knew that accountancy was going to be a stable career, which is going to be regardless of AI, regardless of all the tech advancements. Right now, I feel like my purpose is to make as much money as I can and give back as much as I can within reason. Like, I still have to live for me. I still have to self-care, do for me, do for my family. But it is interesting, like, I kind of have imposter syndrome at this company, despite the fact that I interned for 2 years. I put my time in, paid my dues, essentially, right? And I'm still like, I don't know if I'm supposed to be here. I don't know if I can serve my community from here, because that's what I care about at the end of the day. Like,
okay, we're going to talk about imposter syndrome when we come back. We're having a quick break, real quick.
Okay.
So let's hold on to that thought.
Was that a cigar lounge?
I believe so, yeah. We're getting sponsors through the Wazoo.
You know, Jewel with East Stroudsburg, so that's cool.
Okay. So
right.
Yeah, so we were talking about imposter syndrome, and something that a lot of people, deal with. Everyone, I feel like, has that kind of feeling. So why do you think that is? Why do you think, even though you're educated, you have the degree proving that you're supposed to be in this space, why do you believe that it still rears its ugly head,
I think that's different for everybody. For me personally, it's a self-esteem issue. That's what it is. That's what I'm working through in therapy. Literally, that's it. I have to know that, like, I'm worthy of being here. I deserve to be here just as much as everybody else. I earn my spot here, period. But that's like, you have to remind yourself, or I have to remind myself of that every day. I have to talk to my friends in the morning so I could be like, yo, yesterday was hard. I don't want today to be harder. But we're dealing with microaggressions and people pretending like you don't deserve to be here or you're less than them because of what? You don't know that I graduated with honors from Westchester. You don't know I'm in the military. You see my presentation, and to you, that signifies that I'm lesser than, and I take things to heart. And I know I shouldn't, because these people don't sign my checks. They're not my family. I know nothing about them, just like they know nothing about me. But it's like,
right.
I'm anxious about everything. I don't even know if I'm answering your question right now. It's a self-esteem thing. Essentially, I have to remind myself that I am. Beyonce said I'm that girl, so I am. My mama said she's proud of me, so I should be, I'm having a graduation party. Speaking of celebrating yourself, I'm having a graduation party, 5 months after I graduated. It doesn't matter. I'm now at a place where I'm like, oh yeah, nobody's going to celebrate me if I don't celebrate myself. So it may be a hot mess, but that's very on brand for me. And I'm just working through it. Like, as I learn more and like get my skills, my accounting skills, like my hard skills, pass my CPA exam and all that, I'm going to become more like grounded and confident. I'm hoping, but it's also like I'm going to stay in therapy just so I can keep that like even balance. I don't know how to say that.
Yeah. No, I know exactly what you mean. That imposter syndrome, it really doesn't make sense. And
at all.
Into with the whole comparison and again the self-esteem issue, because I know exactly what you mean. Just like, oh, I don't deserve to be here even though I'm doing XYZ. And it's something, like you said, you have to tell yourself every day to overcome that every day, that I do deserve to be here. Clearly I'm still here for a reason.
Yeah.
My purpose is we may still be discovering each and every day, but that doesn't mean we have to give up, you know? And
I want to. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I want to say one thing. I want to mention that my company is serving the community. So there is something called Coalition to Save Lives that I learned about on Monday, which like it was kind of confirmation that maybe I do belong here because there is an opportunity for me to be an accountant, still do community service, still get back to my community. So like I have a meeting on the books with the partner. It was intimidating talking to him, asking him questions, but as I was asking the questions, my heart was beating because I'm passionate about it. Like you're talking about Philly, you're talking about community, that you're describing me. I'm the only one in this room that was born and raised here, went to school here, family still live here.
Yeah.
You know? So it's some things just come to fruition when they're supposed to. So yeah. That was the only talk I wanted to make about that.
No. That reminds me of a scripture. It says, or what more saying, what God's had for you is for you. And the scripture is more so like what the devil meant for bad, God meant for good. So all of these hiccups or trials and tribulations that you believe would take you out, you believe they would take you out, kind of push you exactly where you need to be, you know, in the right rooms, because it's already written. Your story is already before you. You just have to walk into it, basically.
I can't wait to see what the ending is like. I'm so excited.
But I feel like it's going to be a continuous journey, you know?
I know. I just want to remain grateful. I'm just going to stay in that grateful mode. I'm going to keep, trying to maintain. Well, not try. I'm going to keep maintaining my friendships, keep maintaining my relationships, keep reaching out to people, keep checking in on people. Because I'm treating people how I want to be treated, period. Regardless of like if I feel comfortable about it or if I feel like they might not answer, still going to do it.
Yeah, because that's all you can do. You got to stand up for you. And I think that also helps you be better for yourself. It's self-care in a way, to still not be worried about, oh, what is this person thinking? What is this person thinking? What is this person thinking? When in actuality, it doesn't matter what they think.
They're not thinking about you at all, baby.
People have their own lives. They're all individuals amass a bunch of other individuals. So it's like this picture that has an apartment building, and there's a bunch of different lights on. It's like, oh, they just won a car. They just lost their job. They just met up with their
family member.
Yeah, and it's like
never know what people
everyone
are
has
going through.
their own thing going on. But in that same sense, since everyone has their own thing going on, you have that right to also have your own thing going on and be that champion for yourself, And it's beautiful to see, especially you, because obviously we're close, seeing you continue to be your own champion, and just seeing you overcome like the doubts and the fear, because, you're where you are and you're where you need to be, and you're continuing to go where you will thrive. So it's just great to see.
I know. Thank you. I love you. I love that you've known me from when I was like a wild child, like literally doing any and everything, man. And now you're a fully grown adult, hosting things. And I can participate and not feel like I'm intruding or like, being in your business and you don't want me to be, because I know you want me in your business. And I love you, and I thank you for letting me in your business. Who's this? D-Man?
Thank you, D-Man. Your determination is inspiring. Despite the hardships, you still found a way to overcome. Some people get complacent in the situation, stuck in a woe is me mindset, but you chose to, it kind of broke off, but continue to keep
rise above it and keep moving forward. I don't want to get it confused. There are still days that it feels like I'm not going to make it through the day, or it feels like the pressures of the world are back on me and I almost start getting sucked back into that 2015, 2016, that depression.
Yeah.
But I think the most important thing is to lean on your community, and that's all you can do. And if you don't have community, there are websites for that. There's BetterHelp, reach out to, I don't know, like there are resources, and that's another thing. We have to know about the resources, right?
You gotta know about the resources.
No, it's not what was me. It's like, I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be here, and I'm also very fortunate, despite the fact that, I've gone through A, B, and C. I'm in a house, I have a car, I have a job, I have a nephew, I have a mother. Like, I have things that some people don't have. Granted,
exactly.
Whatever. I'm wealthy in everything, literally, and I'm just gonna keep manifesting it, and everything's gonna be fine.
Yes, that attitude of gratitude is also that radical, what they call it, like radical delusion or whatever. Like,
Oh, that's my favorite. Radical optimism, girl.
radical optimism. There you go. You got to see yourself being where you want to be. You have to continue to tell yourself, even though I'm down, even though this is happening X, Y, Z, it's not gonna stop me. You literally have to kind of convince yourself into
fake it till you make it.
Yeah, basically, you just can't give up. So for those people that are maybe in a season that you were in, what would you kind of give that to them?
I would say don't be scared to ask for help. Closed mouths don't get fed, to put it bluntly.
Yeah.
If you need help paying for textbooks, there may be some resources, there are grants, but you have to ask. You have to keep asking. You have to advocate for yourself. Right now, I've advocated for myself to the point where I got a grade my final semester that could have cost me a job, but I advocated for myself. I got the paperwork done, and now I've started my job. If you feel like, it's hard right now because the resources like the SNAP benefits aren't here. Food banks are losing funding. Like, it's extremely hard, and I get that, but I don't think hope is lost until you give up on yourself. So just keep asking for help and therapy. And I know that's easier said than done. Like, people don't even have time for therapy. Just keep asking for help, y'all. And ask me what I know, and I will try to put you in the right direction. I feel like I'm actually good at being a connector. Like, I won't be necessarily the closest with this one or the closest with that one, but I know that she knows about social work, and I know you need a social work. So I'm be like, oh, talk to her. I've done that for people in the past, and people have done that for me. So yeah, just look out for one another. Keep asking for help, and that's all we could do. Like, stay positive. Yeah, and just hope for the best. Pray if you need to pray, journal if you need to journal, whatever feels good to you, that's what you do. My sister tells me to journal all the time. Girl, journaling does not help me. Yelling helps me.
Yeah.
So it's like you have to figure out what's like a release for you. And yeah.
Yes, you said a lot of good things. Continuing to, and that's what this whole thing is about: being passionate, but also sharing your light, being that conductor. Or just that candle holder for someone else, like you said, connecting people to what avenues that they can kind of exceed in, or where they can help.
Get the help, yes.
And that's kind of what this is for too. Hopefully people watch, hopefully they see men and women like you and me, and be like, oh, well, I want to be where they are. I know someone who also wants to do that, and so we can point them in the right direction. You want to be able to kind of share what we are passionate about and how we can, be that community. Like you said, you got to be able to build your community. You got to be able to see your community. And for those that are more soft-spoken, you say you got to find somebody to be that loud voice for you then.
Absolutely. So I know we're running out of time. I'm friends with someone right now. She's an independent contractor. I'm literally advocating for her as we speak. Yeah, because we need to figure out what's going on. Also, don't doubt yourself. Chris is doing this right now. I'm sure Chris, you may have dreamed about it, but did you actually think it was going to come to fruition? I don't know. You made it here. Don't doubt yourself, people. Don't do it.
It wasn't on my bingo card, man. But in the same sense with Jewel, the other Jewel, not your sister, she continued to see the light in me, And after telling me, oh, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this, and me dragging my feet like, I don't know. Being scary, In a world that is dark, you can't afford to be scary because it's already scary. You got to be.
What's the worst? The worst thing that can happen is they say no. That's literally the worst thing that can happen. So,
But the worst thing that can happen is you not even opening your mouth to receive that no, because you don't know.
What a nightmare.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's just continuing to open your mouth. Like you said, be that advocate for yourself.
Absolutely. Because if you don't do it, no one's going to do it for you. And I feel like I'm kind of echoing what Jewel said, but it's literally like, if you don't do what you need to do for yourself, no one is going to do it for you. At the end of the day, I would say you live alone, like you were born alone, you die alone. I was born with my sister, but still we have our own past. and you don't know what's going to happen. So you need to love on the people around you, because tomorrow's not promised. You need to do what you need to do or what you want to do today, because tomorrow's not all in that same vein. Like, don't take anything for granted, anything at all.
Exactly. Excellent pep talk. I appreciate it. I thank you so much for being here with us. I'm be hyped for you, you know, on your graduation party and all your success forward. You already know how we get down.
Of course, brother.
Ashe. Ashe. Yes, and for all those tuning in, we thank you for being here on Share Your Light. Continue to subscribe, you know, how we can build and make the bigger, you know.
Share it.
Continue doing what you want to do. Continue loving yourself, y'all. Appreciate you. All right.
Love you.
Love you. Have a good night.
You too. I'm going to text you right now. Bye, Chris.
Thank y'all.
Love
See y'all.
you.